If 2020 was the year of working from home, 2021 will go down as the year of training from home. One local company is helping hundreds of employers navigate remote training as new job opportunities open up. I spoke with Dr. Michael Allen from Allen Interactions to learn more about it. Dr. Allen, thank you so much for having some time to talk with us today. You know, over the past year and a half in this pandemic, a lot of people have been working from home, and I think one aspect that doesn't always get talked about is the training of getting used to such a thing. So how did Allen Interactions help companies with that transition of getting their employees ready to work from home?
Well, thanks for asking me. I've been working in this field for like 50 years. And I'm an educational psychologist, and training is all about helping people realize more of their potential. And employers really kind of don't care what their employees know. They care about what they do. So knowing is helpful if it helps people succeed and go forward. And so we meet with clients and we look at what are their challenges, are their best practices being followed? And then we look at ways to simulate the challenges that employees have. So this is just kind of naturally a one-on-one event, which can be done at home, can be done at a cafe, can be done at a park, wherever you have a phone or a laptop or an iPad or something.
We say work from home, but we really just mean remote working in a way, because so many offices that are home, we've learned look different over the past year. One company in particular, how has Allen Interactions helped Nextech overcome some of those challenges of getting people working from home and learning how to do so?
Right, so Nextech is helping people perfect their skills, many of them in mechanics, electronics, electrical repair, plumbing, and so on. And so one adage that guides me in my studios quite a bit is that when it's time to perform, it's too late to practice. So we want to get that practicing up as early as possible. And what we can do with today's digital platform is we can pretty authentically simulate the tasks that many people have to do. We all learn a lot from making mistakes, and so we actually encourage people to make mistakes in our training to see what happens when you make those mistakes.
What's that phrase? Whatever can go wrong will. Well, at least now these employees will have that troubleshooting ability. So walk me through, what is an example of how you get the people to do this practice from home? And practice even sounds like a nice softer word than training, because you know with practice there often is error.
Well, and I'll even up you one. It's more game-like. And, you know, people will spend hours and hours and hours playing video games, and what they learn is how to play the game. But we use those same techniques to teach people how to do things that are really useful in the real world. So not to get too deep in the weeds, but there's just 4 components to that. The first one is put the person who's learning in a context that they can imagine themselves being in. So perhaps you work at Target and you're at the customer service desk. That's a context that as an employee you might be looking at. Then a challenge. Suppose that somebody comes in and is trying to return a product that Target has never sold. So what are you going to do? Because Target would like that person leaving the store with that product and appreciating and liking Target more than ever before, you know, not disgruntled. And so we ask people to practice different kinds of responses to challenges, and then we simulate feedback that you might get. So somebody might say, I'm tired of talking to you. I'm returning this product. I want your manager, you know. Or a person might say, oh my gosh, I'm just mixed up. I must have bought this somewhere else, but thanks for being so understanding in my situation, and I'll be back.
Well, thank you, Dr. Allen, for giving us this inside look and how your company has helped so many others make this transition over the past year and a half, one that could be potentially permanent for some, or back and forth. We hear of these hybrid work from home, but also come back into the office, so we know this is a wave of the future. And again, we appreciate you having some time for us this Sunday.
My pleasure, and love to have people look us up at alleninteractions.com.
You got it.